What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Zookeeper, and I'm going to be joined by Tristan, and we're going to be reviewing the 2011 movie Zookeeper. So in this movie, kind-hearted Griffin Keyes is one of the best beloved caretakers at the Franklin Park Zoo, but he's more comfortable with the animals than with females of his own species, as proven by his failed marriage proposal to his self-absorbed ex Stephanie several years ago. The animals have listened to Griffin pine over her for years, and after she reappears in his life, they decide to help Griffin rekindle their relationship and become the alpha male she wants him to be. They inadvertently reveal their secret ability to talk, and after Griffin's initial shock, teach him the rules of courtship animal style. Surprisingly, the animal's advice really works, and Griffin is about to get everything he's ever dreamed of. Or is he? So, before I get into my part, I'm going to let Tristan do his part, so take it away, Tristan.
Hey guys, Chapman Reviews Sportsman here. Thank you, Oak 1992, for having me on this collab, and we're collabing Zookeeper 2011, which is Kevin James, Sylvester Stallone, Adam Sandler, Leslie Bibb, Cher, a lot of others in here as well. Donnie Wahlberg, Nick Nolte, Rosario Dawson, a lot of people in here. Joe Rogan as well, I should mention that. And to be honest, I gotta say, I thoroughly watched this film growing up, and I liked it quite a bit. It's one of those films where I can watch over and over and over again. I could still have a fun time with it. The comedy in here is just, it's good physical comedy in here. I thought the physical comedy was pretty damn funny, to be honest. One of my favorite scenes was when they were on that the white curtain swinging around, and then Kevin James swinging around and then having a great time, and then he knocks the girl over and crashes into the ice statue. God, that cracks me up so good. And the soundtrack in here was very, very well done. I like the soundtrack. Classic rock, who doesn't love that? And I do like the chemistry between Rosario Dawson and Kevin James. I think it's very believable. This is a downright good family movie right here. Another scene I really liked was when Joe Rogan confronts Kevin James. Kevin James says, "Why don't we settle this like real men?" And Joe Rogan says, "I haven't beat the crap out of anybody since my birthday." Oh, it cracked me up. And Joe Rogan, he's a funny guy. So, him and Kevin James, they're actually friends in real life, but it was funny seeing them interact with each other on screen. Within the film, it was good. And I think the voice acting in here is good as well. Stallone's the Lion, Cher, Adam Sandler, they all do good. Nick Nolte, they all do good together. And it's had a very good theme in here of not changing who you are because of somebody else. Has a great theme of that in there, being yourself, which matters, in here. And it's a great theme of the movie, great moral. But overall, Kevin James does a great job. And overall, Zookeeper, I love this movie quite a bit. So that's going to be it for my part of the collab. I want to thank you for letting me on here. Appreciate it. And see y'all later. Take care. And I'm a big Kevin James fan. I really like a lot of his movies. And this is one of my favorites of his. And it's a film that really, I think it's really It's been forgotten all this time, to be honest, and nobody really talks about this film anymore. But I thoroughly love this film quite a bit.
Thank you, Tristan. It was great to have you on here as always. I always love collabing with you. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get into my part. This is a movie that I've always really enjoyed. I think it's a really good movie. The story is pretty fun, and it's full of laugh out loud moments. There are so many funny moments in this movie and everything. My favorite part of the whole movie is when he takes Birdie the gorilla to TGI Fridays in the car and dancing to Low by Flo Rida and T-Pain. I love that part because it's just absolutely hilarious the way Kevin James is dancing around and stuff. And then when the gorilla starts beating the top of the bottom of the roof of the car and stuff at the top of the inside of the car, and he's hitting it when he's dancing and stuff, he's going, just has me cracking up and everything. It's just absolutely hilarious scene. There's a lot of other really funny scenes, but that's the highlight of the movie for me. The story is pretty good, and it's full of laugh out loud moments, like I said. Kevin James is just as great in this movie as he is a lot of his movies, although I personally think this is probably my favorite movie of his. He is just really, really funny in this movie and everything, and I really love him. Rosario Dawson is really great in here too. She's really funny, and she has really great chemistry with Kevin James. The two of them work really good together. You would think that someone as pretty as her and stuff wouldn't fit with Kevin James, but their chemistry is so good that it's believable and everything. Like a lot of times Adam Sandler and Kevin James in their movies, they get the girls that are way out of their league and stuff and everything, but this is one of those movies where I felt like, yeah, Rosario Dawson could have easily been out of his league, but the way they wrote the character and the way her performance is and her chemistry with Kevin James is, it just works really, really good. The voice casts are all really good in here, especially Adam Sandler. I just feel like he completely steals the show as this little monkey and everything. He's absolutely hilarious in here, and everything. One of my favorite jokes that he says in the movie that he kind of does over and over again is he tells Kevin James' character to throw poop at his ex-girlfriend, which I think it's really funny. It's the way Adam Sandler says it when he does talk about throwing poop at girls and stuff. I just think it to be funny and everything. But he's great in here. Nick Nolte is really great as Bernie the gorilla, though. I really liked him. And they did a good job with making it look like a real gorilla. It was obviously a human in a gorilla costume, but it looked really good and everything. The animatronics on his face and stuff looked great. Stallone and Cher also were highlights as the voices of the lions. I really liked him and stuff too. I didn't care too much for the wolves or the giraffe or the elephant was okay. I wasn't really crazy for most of the other animal characters, but the monkey, the lions, and the gorilla, they were all the highlights of the movie for me out of the animals. But Adam Sandler's monkey is especially the funniest one. The soundtrack is full of really great songs too. There's a lot of good bops on here and everything. I love the music in this movie. And the use of CGI to make the animals talk holds up pretty well. It doesn't look near as bad as it could. I've seen other talking animal movies that have aged really poorly, but this one hasn't really aged as bad as I thought it would and everything. I was kind of worried that this movie wasn't going to be near as fun as I used to think it was, but it holds up really, really good. As far as negatives go, I don't have a lot. There are a few jokes here and there that don't land, some potty humor and stuff that I just don't think is as funny and everything. But that's just something you get out of Happy Madison movies. You gotta expect that. And I didn't really think it was funny every time Kevin James fell down. Every now and then there might have been one part where he fell that I thought was funny, but he falls every 5 seconds in this movie, or 5 minutes at least, and it gets really old after a while. It's like, we know you're fat and you fall down. It's funny when a fat man falls, but it's only funny so much. You keep doing it, you lose the joke and everything, and he's falling every 5 seconds and everything. And it's just like, it's not near as funny after a few times. But all in all, I think Zookeeper is a really fun comedy movie that the whole family can enjoy. It's got some really good moments and stuff. I really like the part where he takes Rosario Dawson on a date, and that's when she starts having feelings for him and stuff. Their chemistry in that scene is just so good and everything, but you really root for her and everything. So, but this is a really fun movie, and it's one that I would highly recommend if you haven't seen it. It's kind of been overlooked. It's kind of underrated and stuff. It doesn't get the credit it deserves, but it's a really fun time, so I highly recommend it. So I'm going to go ahead and say I give Zookeeper an 8 out of 10. It's a really enjoyable movie and everything. So, but anyway, thank you, Tristan, for joining me. Again, it was great having you on here. Anytime you want to collab with me on my reviews, just let me know. And everything, it's always great having you. And thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our review of Zookeeper. And let us know in the comments what you think of this movie. And have a good day, everybody.
Yeah.